what you're saying is that basically I've got control whether you can mine or not. Give me one good reason not to tell you to go yourself. There's been some bad blood at times, Tony.
Parker Schnabel dropped a bombshell when he said, "Beep, Tony Beets and his family," drawing a line in the sand that no one could ignore. This wasn't just words, it was a battle cry after years of clashes with the brash, larger-than-life miner and his tight-knit family. For Parker, Tony's rules, high royalties, and domineering attitude weren't just obstacles, they were personal. Let us dive into the heart of this rivalry, where loyalty, betrayal, and gold mining collide. And the next chapter, it's about to get even more explosive. One miner's fight for independence. All right, let's get one thing straight. There's a name in gold mining everyone knows, whether they like it or not. This young miner has been making waves for years on Gold Rush, but one thing he's tired of is dealing with a certain larger-than-life figure in his family circus. He doesn't exactly hide his feelings about it. To put it bluntly, he's made it clear. This thorn in his side is a recurring frustration, and the accompanying family dynamic? Well, it's no picnic either, but here's the kicker. What happened between them could shake gold country to its core. His rise to fame isn't just luck or TV magic. With a relentless work ethic and a strategic mind always thinking 3 steps ahead, he's carved out a name for himself in the mining world. But when his journey intersected with a so-called king of the Klondike, the result was a recipe for explosive drama. This old-school miner, known for a blunt and unfiltered demeanor, often clashed with the younger miner's no-nonsense approach, igniting sparks whenever their paths crossed. A significant portion of the tension began when the younger miner worked on leased land. In the early seasons, he had to negotiate terms that were far from generous, facing steep royalties that were openly criticized as unfair. The veteran miner, however, dismissed the complaints, viewing the arrangement purely as business. If the younger miner didn't like it, that was his problem. Unwilling to continue under such conditions, Parker made the bold decision to break away and secure his own land. This move wasn't just about financial independence, but also about proving he could succeed without relying on Tony. The transition wasn't easy. It came with challenges like finding suitable land, purchasing equipment, and managing responsibilities Tony had previously handled. Despite the hurdles, Parker's decision showcased his willingness to take significant risks in pursuit of gold. The Beets family is a force to be reckoned with. Led by Tony, his wife Minnie and their kids Monica and Kevin operate as a cohesive and determined unit. They work together like a well-oiled machine, never backing down from a challenge. In contrast, one miner manages his operation with a smaller, more focused crew. He surrounds himself with capable individuals, but ultimately makes the big decisions on his own. This approach highlights a stark difference from the Beets' team-driven dynamic, further fueling the underlying tension. Tony's loud, brash, and undeniably intimidating personality often sets the tone. The other miner is quieter but equally fiery when angered. Watching their clashes unfold is like witnessing 2 bulls in a china shop. Heated arguments, sharp language, and unyielding stances make for compelling television moments that resonate with viewers. Despite their differences, these 2 miners share a deep, unrelenting passion for their craft. Both are fiercely dedicated to achieving their goals, even if it means stepping on toes along the way. Beneath the surface, there's likely a mutual respect between them, though it remains unspoken. The show itself definitely plays up their feud. Gold Rush thrives on drama, and the Parker versus Tony storyline is one of its biggest hooks. The producers know how to spin their rivalry into must-watch TV, but the truth is, a lot of it stems from genuine clashes over money, land, and egos. The stakes are real, and that's what keeps fans coming back. When Parker famously said, "F Tony Beets and his family," it wasn't just a throwaway line, it summed up years of frustration and competition. To Parker, Tony represents every obstacle he's had to overcome. Unfair deals, power plays, and constant interference. For Tony, Parker's just a young upstart who's still got a lot to learn. The tension between them captures what gold mining is really about, a brutal, high-stakes grind where only the toughest survive. Over the years, there have been moments where Parker and Tony seem to bury the hatchet, at least temporarily. They've worked together when it's made sense, and they've even given each other a little credit here and there. But their rivalry isn't going anywhere. As long as they're both in the game, they'll keep pushing each other, sometimes by competing, sometimes by clashing. Their rivalry isn't just entertaining, it's a masterclass in the gritty world of gold mining. Every clash between them highlights the unforgiving nature of this industry. The challenges they face, from equipment breakdowns to managing teams in remote locations, paint a vivid picture of what it takes to succeed. Parker's drive to outperform Tony isn't just about ego, it's about proving that innovation and determination can outshine tradition and brute force. Tony, on the other hand, represents the old guard, relying on experience, massive dredges, and sheer persistence. Their approaches couldn't be more different, but both have yielded impressive results. For viewers, it's fascinating to watch this clash of styles unfold. Beyond the equipment and strategies, the personal stakes are immense. Parker's youth adds another layer of complexity to his battles with Tony. Many in the mining community doubted him at first, seeing him as just a kid trying to fill his grandfather's shoes. But Parker's proven time and again that he's more than capable. Every ounce of gold he uncovers is a testament to his grit and determination. Meanwhile, Tony's longevity in the industry is a constant reminder of his resilience. Surviving decades in such a tough business is no small feat, and his success is undeniable. For fans of Gold Rush, the Parker-Tony feud is one of the best parts of the show. It's raw, real, and full of the kind of drama that makes mining for gold look like a modern-day Wild West. And while Parker might never say it, Tony and his family have probably pushed him to be even better at what he does. Because in the end, the only way to win in this world is to dig deep, literally and figuratively, and keep fighting for every ounce of gold. Some rivalries start small, but this one was destined to shake the ground. Meet the miner who never backs down. A new path built on determination. For the individual at the center of it all, the decision to join Parker was about more than just mining. It was a statement of self-determination, proving the ability to succeed on personal terms outside the shadow of Tony's legacy came with a steep cost. The already complicated relationship with his father became even more fractured. While professional success came swiftly, the personal toll was undeniable. Tony, meanwhile, tried to move forward. He doubled down on his mining operations, focusing on rebuilding and proving that the Beets crew could thrive without the departed member. But those close to him knew the absence had left a mark. Tony prided himself on his ability to weather any storm, but this particular storm was one he hadn't anticipated. The loss wasn't just a blow to the crew, it was a reminder that even the strongest families aren't immune to division. Parker's crew, bolstered by the new addition, continued to set new records. Their success served as a vindication, but it also deepened the rift with the Beets family. While Parker's crew celebrated their wins, the Beets crew soldiered on, determined to prove they could still compete at the highest level. The rivalry between the two crews became even more intense, with every gold total and every setback scrutinized by fans and critics alike. This story is one of ambition, conflict, and the struggle to find one's place in a world dominated by larger-than-life personalities. It's a reminder that loyalty is a double-edged sword, and the pursuit of independence often comes at a cost. The decision to leave wasn't easy, but it was a necessary step toward defining a new legacy. For Tony, it was a painful lesson in the complexities of family and leadership. And for Parker, it was a strategic masterstroke that solidified his status as one of the industry's most savvy operators. As the dust settles, the future remains uncertain. The new partnership shows no signs of slowing down, but the scars left on the Beets family will take time to heal. Whether the move will ultimately be seen as a bold gamble or a reckless betrayal is a question only time can answer. One thing is certain. In the high-stakes world of gold mining, where fortunes are won and lost with every season, the drama is far from over. Gold mining is not just about striking it rich, it's a boiling pot of raw ambition, heavy machinery, and clashing personalities. The reality show Gold Rush has never shied away from showing just how messy and dramatic it can get when you mix people with gold fever and enormous pressure. Over the seasons, the series has seen plenty of fiery feuds, some explosive, some simmering under the surface, but all entertaining to watch. These tensions often stem from things like equipment breakdowns, missed targets, or simply personalities that just don't gel. It's the kind of drama that keeps viewers hooked, but for the miners, it's a harsh reality they can't escape. Right from the first season, the Hoffman crew set the stage for how chaotic things could get. Led by Todd Hoffman, this group of hopefuls was big on dreams, but short on experience. Their lack of know-how quickly turned into a recipe for disaster, with constant equipment failures and poor mining results piling on the stress. Things reached a boiling point when Jim Dorsey and Greg Remsburg clashed in a way that no one could ignore. Tempers flared, fists flew, and Dorsey's eventual exit felt more like an eruption than a resolution. The crew took it a step further by demolishing his abandoned cabin, almost as if to erase the bad vibes he left behind. Fast forward to season 7, and Dave Turin found himself at odds with Trey Polson. This wasn't just a mild disagreement. It was a full-blown battle of egos that escalated into an outright brawl. Turin, tasked with managing a team, ended up providing equipment to Polson's more successful operation. The imbalance of success was bad enough, but when their frustration boiled over into punches, it became clear that working together was no longer an option. After years of loyalty to the Hoffman crew, Turin walked away, marking the end of an era for one of the show's most consistent players. Rivalries grow from clashes of ideas and pride, leaving a mark on both work and personal lives. The power struggles of Gold Rush. Another legendary feud has been the ongoing power struggle between Parker Schnabel and Tony Beets. Schnabel, the young hotshot, initially saw Beets as a mentor. However, Beets' no-nonsense style and sky-high expectations made their relationship more combustible than collaborative. Over the years, their disputes shifted from personal mentorship to professional rivalries, with land access and royalties sparking constant clashes. Season 8 saw one of their biggest showdowns when Beets pulled the plug on Schnabel's wash plant, wielding his authority like a weapon. Schnabel hit back in his own way by dumping excess dirt on Beets' land, proving he wouldn't be pushed around so easily. Their relationship, marked by grudging respect and constant friction, remains one of the show's defining dynamics. Tensions weren't limited to rivalries between crews. Even within the Hoffman camp, conflict seemed inevitable. Back in season 1, Dakota Fred Hurt joined the crew and instantly rubbed people the wrong way. His sharp tongue and critical attitude didn't sit well, particularly with James Harness, who became a frequent target of Fred's criticisms. The tension between them disrupted the group's fragile unity, creating a powder keg that seemed ready to explode at any moment. Then, in season 3, Dustin Stanz's arrogant behavior as foreman led to another round of infighting. His attitude pushed the crew's patience to the brink, forcing him to eat humble pie and apologize just to keep the operation running. Season 11 brought a fresh twist with Fred Lewis and his team of military veterans. While their camaraderie was admirable, the stress of mining for gold tested even their strong bonds. One standout moment was when Lewis butted heads with Johnny Stanz over crucial decisions, sparking an argument that threatened to derail the entire crew's efforts. Lewis stormed off in frustration, leaving the rest of the team wondering if they could even hold it together. The pressures of gold mining once again proved that no amount of brotherhood could completely shield a group from internal strife. Leadership struggles have also fueled plenty of drama over the years. Parker Schnabel, often the youngest boss on site, faced his share of resistance from older, more seasoned crew members. His aggressive management style and unrelenting drive to meet targets didn't always sit well, leading to notable conflicts like the one with Dean Toshak in season 9. Toshak's frustration with Schnabel's methods highlighted the challenges of leading a team where experience and youth often clashed head-on. These moments underscored just how tough it is to balance ambition with teamwork in such a high-stakes setting. Financial pressure has been another relentless source of friction. Season 10 saw Rick Ness grappling with mounting debts and a string of equipment failures. The stress of chasing gold with dwindling resources created a tense atmosphere, with disagreements over priorities and strategies bubbling to the surface. Meanwhile, Tony Beets' ambitious expansion plans often led to clashes within his own family. As he pushed for larger dredging operations, the strain trickled down to his crew, including his own children. Kevin Beets, in particular, found himself at odds with his father's relentless demands, a dynamic that played out dramatically in season 15 when Kevin ventured off on his own. Their power struggles and personal conflicts added another layer of complex, already volatile operation. Family drama wasn't limited to the Beets clan, though they often took center stage. The tension between Tony and Kevin symbolized the broader challenges of mixing business with family. Whether it was about control, ambition, or simply different visions for the future, their disagreements highlighted how personal relationships can add a whole new level of difficulty to an already challenging industry. Watching their feuds unfold, it's clear that while gold may glitter, it's often family bonds that take the hardest hits. Throughout its many seasons, Gold Rush has shown us that the pursuit of wealth isn't just about dirt, machines, and shiny nuggets. It's about people, their ambitions, flaws, and the sometimes catastrophic collisions of both. Each conflict, whether sparked by egos, finances, or simple misunderstandings, adds another chapter to the show's ongoing drama. For the miners, these fights are real, with stakes that go far beyond what we see on our screens. But for viewers, these feuds are a reminder that the true cost of gold isn't measured in ounces. It's measured in relationships tested and sometimes broken. The explosive moments of Gold Rush serve as a microcosm of the human condition, where hope, greed, and resilience collide in unpredictable ways. It's this raw, unfiltered look at people under pressure that keeps fans coming back season after season. The show's biggest feuds aren't just entertaining, they're a reflection of the lengths people will go to chase their dreams, even if it means burning bridges along the way. And as long as there's gold to be found, you can bet the drama will keep digging deeper. Each new season brings fresh faces, new challenges, and the same old question: how far will they go to strike it rich? From the tough lands of the Klondike to leading his own way, Kevin Beets' story is about making his own mark in gold mining. From the Klondike to the spotlight. Born on June 10, 1988, Kevin Beets entered the world in a family where gold ran deeper than the veins in the Klondike. His parents, Tony and Minnie Beets, were not just any couple, they were legends in the mining world, and he was the first of their 3 children. With a younger brother, Mike, born in 1990, and a sister, Monica, born in 1993, the Beets siblings grew up surrounded by the roar of heavy machinery and the grit of gold dust. For him, gold mining wasn't just a job waiting in the wings, it was a lifestyle inherited before he could even hold a pickaxe. From a young age, his playground wasn't a backyard, but the rugged terrain of the Klondike. By the time he turned 13, he was no stranger to the mines. His father, Tony Beets, made sure he got a first-hand education, not from books, but from hauling rocks, repairing machines, and watching fortunes made and lost in the blink of an eye. Growing up in such an environment, he learned that hard work wasn't optional. It was the rule. It didn't take long for him to develop a tough-as-nails attitude, one that matched his father's renowned no-nonsense persona. When he hit 19, the responsibility piled on. By then, he wasn't just helping out, he was running crews at the Paradise Hill claim. It was a job that came with high stakes, and he proved he could handle it. Years of early exposure to mining operations gave him an edge most others his age could only dream of. Yet he didn't stop there. While he could have rested on his family's reputation, he chose to carve his own path, a decision that would shape his future in unexpected ways. His thirst for knowledge led him away from the mines, at least temporarily. He enrolled at the University of New Brunswick, diving into an unusual mix of interdisciplinary leadership and computer science. Earning his degree in 2012, he emerged with more than just book smarts. His education gave him a new way to approach mining, blending technology and leadership into a formula that would prove invaluable. While others saw gold mining as sheer muscle and grit, he was ready to bring brains into the equation. Armed with his degree, he returned to the family business with fresh ideas and a renewed determination. Between 2011 and 2013, he led the Eureka campsite, a critical mining project that further solidified his role as a leader. His management wasn't just about keeping the operations running, it was about pushing boundaries. He found ways to make the process faster, safer, and more efficient, proving that modern methods could work hand in hand with traditional mining techniques. But his talents didn't stop at leadership. He was a master of machinery, a wizard with a welding torch and a mechanical genius who could make even the most stubborn equipment purr like a kitten. This hands-on expertise became one of his greatest assets. Whether it was fabricating new parts or breathing life into aging machinery, his skills saved the Beets mining operations both time and money. It's no exaggeration to say that his technical know-how became a backbone of the family's success. While his focus was firmly on the business, his work also earned him a spot in the spotlight. The Discovery Channel's Gold Rush brought the Beets family into millions of living rooms, and he became a familiar face for fans of the show. On screen, his expertise and dedication were evident, but so was his drive to modernize mining techniques. He wasn't content to stick with the old ways. He advocated for innovation, whether it was new technology or safer practices, always pushing the boundaries of what the family business could achieve. In his personal life, he found someone who shared his passion for mining and his relentless work ethic. His partner, Faith Ting, became not just a teammate on Gold Rush, but also a pillar of support in his life. Together, they navigated the high-pressure world of mining, proving that shared goals could make a strong foundation for both love and work. Their relationship reflected his commitment not just to his career, but to building something lasting in every aspect of his life. His story is one of grit, determination, and an unyielding desire to improve. From a 13-year-old learning the ropes in the mines to a university graduate revolutionizing the family business, his path has been anything but ordinary. Along the way, he's shown that mining isn't just about digging for gold. It's about constantly evolving and finding new ways to succeed. For him, the future looks as bright as the gold he spent his life chasing, and his contributions to the industry are sure to leave a lasting mark. Is Kevin's decision to partner with Parker a smart move for the future, or is it an unforgivable betrayal of family loyalty? Tell us what you think, and remember to like and subscribe for more.